Today we're covering the 2 mistakes that most dentists make in presenting treatment. Now you don't realize you're making these 2 mistakes, but they cost you a ton in terms of creating confusion with the patient and also in your case acceptance. So to start, mistake number 1 is actually in the financial arrangement or in the piece of paper that lays out their treatment plan. The front office uses various tools within the software to make their scheduling easier, but when we include it in the actual treatment presentation that we show to the patient, it creates a little bit of a confusion in that the patient now sees this piece of paper. Depending on which software you're using, let's say it's Open Dental, you have categories of priority. So it might say 1, 2, 3, 4, or a different software might cluster different treatment into various appointments. So it'll say appointment 1, appointment number 2, appointment number 3. And when you present that to the patient, they view that and they think, oh, I can go ahead and just start with this first stage, and the rest maybe either isn't as important or doesn't need to be committed to right now. And so immediately in that instant, you've created a little bit of confusion with the patient, also potentially have in the mind of the patient stop them from committing to the remainder of their treatment that they need to be fully healthy. So you want to make sure that when you're presenting treatment on the actual treatment presentation paper or document, that we don't have priorities listed, we don't have appointments being clustered, so that the patient doesn't immediately get the concept that, hey, what they're showing me can be done in stages, so why don't I just commit to it in stages? Mistake number 2 is in what the doctor says after having gone over their treatment plan. So you've spent some time reviewing the x-rays, looking in the patient's mouth, doing the exam, discussing what they need to be fully healthy, gone over that entire treatment plan with them, and then you say something like, so next time you're here, we're going to do XYZ. Or today, we're only going to focus on, let's just say, your gum treatment. We don't want to use those phrases before we've had the patient commit to their full treatment. Because again, it leads them to believe that that one step or the point that you're focusing on is the most important thing, and the rest just isn't as important and doesn't need to be committed to. So if you are using that verbiage, you definitely want to get into the habit of just not saying that at all until after the patient has committed to their full treatment. You can say, good, I'm glad you've signed up. We're gonna go ahead and get started. And you just start with whatever comes first on their treatment plan. They don't need to know what that is. You as a doctor in the front desk need to know, obviously, but we don't need to confuse a patient by telling them this is step-by-step what we're going to do before they've committed to it. So those are 2 common mistakes that you can easily fix in the practice to get better results. But if you're really looking for improving practice production and getting patients to accept their full treatment more consistently, I definitely recommend that you attend the MGE Sales and Communication Seminars. We'll put a link below in the description, and we'll also include a link to a free ebook to help you improve your case acceptance. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this week's tip. If you'd like to see more content like this, make sure to hit the subscribe button.